recently it was announced that we're getting more 28 years stuff, or 28 days, 28 weeks. Now, 28 years later, we are revisiting this zombie franchise, finally. And we're going to have Danny Boyle redoing this film.
Yeah, and Alex Garland back at the helm and writing. I think what's interesting about this, though, is that they keep talking about it as a sequel. Even in this article, it keeps talking about, well, you know, they won the bidding war to the rights
Sony
to
did.
the sequel
So it lands at
package.
Sony.
Yeah. To the 2002 horror classic 28 Days Later. I'm like, okay, well, they don't mention 28 weeks later until way down here. They're like, of course there was 28 weeks later right here. There was this.
Yeah.
There was 2000. That's all it said about it. So I'm wondering if, because Danny Boyle's back at the helm and the writer and Cillian Murphy, if they're kind of pulling up a Halloween where Halloween 2 didn't exist in 3 and all those others.
We just kind of retcon a few things.
Yeah. And it's like, what's interesting, though, is that they're holding on with the naming scheme. I mean, how else would you do it? But they were, it says in the article, they originally were going to do 28 months later, but they felt like so many years had passed. But it would be almost 28 years now. So they would just call it 28 years.
Yeah.
But it's almost like it was 28 days later, 28 years later, because it does not seem like they're like even acknowledging.
Okay, that is what I wanted to talk to you about too, because I am not nearly as familiar with this franchise, right? You guys know that horror is a big gap in my nerd knowledge, just because it's something I don't gravitate towards. Do really enjoy zombie fare. It's just something I typically have to watch at home, feeling safe and in a snuggie.
And this one is like, you know, this is like running zombies.
Exactly. They're like cockroaches, and I hate that movement. I hate a fast zombie. It freaks me out. It feels unnatural. A slow lumbering zombie, completely natural to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But those speedy ones, they mess me up. Now, of course, the other thing here, too, is Cillian Murphy is involved in this project.
Yes.
I really hope he's in
But
it.
we don't know if he's actually acting in it so far. I feel like that's part of the draw here, though.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. On average, it takes about 30 days for a person to break their New Year's resolution. So if saving money was on your 2024 list, your odds aren't looking that great. Luckily, I have a 100% guaranteed way to save you money this year. Just switch to Mint Mobile. For a limited time, wireless plans from Mint Mobile are $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. That's unlimited talk, text, and data for $15 a month. I've told you guys many times that after switching to Mint Mobile, I am spending less than a third on my cell bill than I used to with a major carrier. Say goodbye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. All Mint plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And don't worry about having to change phones or numbers. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts. So guys, to get this new customer offer and your new 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bills to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Yeah, that would get me in the seat if he's actually in the film, because I remember watching the first film. I remember going into it going like, I just want to have some stupid zombie fun. Yeah. But when it ended, I was like, this was a way better movie than I expected it.
It was better than it had any right to be. That's for sure,
and I thought it was just going to be some popcorn.
Danny Boyle's an amazing director, so it didn't surprise me, but yeah.
And it would just be interesting to see after he killed it in Oppenheimer. You know, he's just become
speedy.
He's just become one of the supreme actors that we have right now.
Oh, absolutely.
And just to see him go back to this would be interesting to see what he brings back to this franchise from how he's grown as an actor.
Sure.
Will he bring that, or will he go back to, you know, green Cillian Murphy and like try to play onto that? I really hope he's a part of this film. That's the only way I'm going to go see it.
I don't see him signing on as an executive producer and not having a role in this film.
It's just because it's been so far from these previous 2 films.
Well, we know of him now, and even with Peaky Blinders and whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I just think I hope it's just not too late to bring this franchise back.
Well,
I can barely remember the first film. I know I remember liking it because I remember turning to whoever I watched it with at that time. I was like, that was actually way better.
No, it was excellent. I mean, I saw it. I remember seeing it in theaters. I saw the second one too.
Oh.
Whoa.
Sorry, apparently I'm playing some music. I have no idea what just happened.
We
but
just
I'm turning our
transported
I
speakers
love
off.
that we had like an ASMR storm happening.
Yeah, it is raining here, but I didn't
raining
realize
so
it was
bad
raining in the
here.
office. Anyway, I have no idea what that was. What was I saying? That threw me off.
I don't know. Your
you-
nose.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
Peaky
So
Blinders and things.
28 weeks later, it does follow a different crew. So you
This is
could
true.
say if this was following Cillian Murphy's story, that this is the actual sequel to the first one.
I do wonder if 28 weeks later was also, and again, this as speculation as somebody who's not familiar with the franchise, if it was one of those things where it was a script shoehorned to fit the franchise of, hey, here's another zombie movie, let's put it part of this universe. Kind of like how we've had that with some of the Indiana Jones properties of, hey, let's just make this an Indiana Jones movie, or hey, why don't we just make this kind of thing?
Oh man, I wish I remembered. I think I watched it. I know I watched the first one.
Oh,
for
the
sure.
Weeks. I mean, the Weeks wasn't as good. And someone was mentioning like they're not real zombies. No, I know. They're not the undead. They have a virus.
Yeah.
And they even established in 28 weeks later, they have to eat. They will starve and die.
Yeah.
So it's not like they go on living forever like in what do you call it? I want to say Uncharted, The Last of Us.
The Last of Us or
where,
Walking Dead.
Yeah, they're kept alive. Like, yes, they will die off and everything like that. So there are nuances to it, but essentially they are rabid humans coming to kill you. It's
Yeah.
it's you know.
Zombie is the shorthand here.
Yeah.
And you know what? If there was a bidding war, if there was actually a
Yeah, it
bidding
came
war
down
for
to
the
Warner.
rights,
It came down to Warner Brothers and Sony.
let's do it then. Fine.
And-
If they thought it was worth putting money into, then you know what?
One
Let's
thing
do it.
that it also mentioned is Danny Boyle, and I just lost the writer's name.
Alex Garland.
Yeah, they stipulated they want this going to film, to cinema.
Yeah.
So I hope they don't pull an Amazon and send it
Yoink
to
it?
streaming
Yeah.
anyway. You know what I mean?
It'd
Well,
be so foolish.
I
It'd be
know.
so
I'm
foolish.
getting so sick of these.
Well,
like,
Sony doesn't have a streaming service, so
no, but if they license it out,
Oh,
it would
right.
be, it'd be foolish. I think they'd honor that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, what do you think? Are you excited about 28 years later? Do you think Cillian Murphy's going to be in it? Or is this sequel way too late? Also, 28 weeks later, WTF, where's that? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.